Dr. Johnny Bloomfield's next here on the U105 phone-in. Morning, Johnny.
Hi, Frank. How are you?
I'm good. I'm not sure how the blood pressure is today. It's been a long time I've ever checked my blood pressure. Should do it. Maybe go to the doctor and check it. But one of the things that you're going to tell us is about the wall sits. I've heard about this before. There's a variety of ways to control your blood pressure. Tell us about it, Dr. Johnny.
Absolutely, Frank. Well, first, before we go into talk about wall sits, let's remind everyone about what you've just said there. It's important that we regularly check our blood pressure. It is known as a silent killer. It's as many as 5 million people in the adults have undiagnosed high blood pressure, and they've no idea that they're at risk. And high blood pressure, it is a serious condition. If left untreated, it can lead to lots of health complications, such as your kidneys can fail, you can have heart problems, you can have problems with your sight, or you can have problems like with your brain, like vascular dementia. So if you're particularly over the age of 65, or if you've got someone in your family with high blood pressure, or you're a smoker, or you're regularly drinking alcohol, or you're eating a lot of salt in your diet and not enough fruit and veg and not getting enough exercise and maybe carrying a few pounds, then those are all high risk factors for prompting you to go and get it done. You can get it done at your local surgery, GP surgery, or lots of pharmacies do it, lots of workplaces do it, or it's pretty cheap to get a blood pressure monitor for yourself, for your home, and you can monitor yourself and your family at that convenience. So, yeah, look, it's important, it's all about the pressure of the blood in your arteries. Your arteries carry your blood around your body, so it gets it from your heart up to your brain and all the rest of the organs. So it's really important, and then it's measured with two numbers. We have the systolic pressure and the diastolic pressure. So the higher number is the systolic, and that's the pressure inside your arteries when the heart's moving, when the blood's moving, and the diastolic pressure is the lower pressure when the heart relaxes in between beats. So look, let's just encourage everybody out there who's listening in to, if you haven't had your blood pressure checked, like you just mentioned there, it's worthwhile doing every so often, just to know where you're at and know how your lifestyle might be impacting your blood pressure. But we're also here today to talk about an exercise that you can do that can significantly reduce your blood pressure if it is a little bit pre-hypertensive and above the normal range of 120 over 80, and that is known as the wall sits. Now, I think I used to do wall sits in PE back in school, and they're making a resurgence because of this massive study done in British Journal of Sports Medicine just last month. It was concluded. It was a meta-analysis of lots of different studies between 1990 and 2000, just up to recently this year, in fact. And 16,000 people were involved in all those different studies, and they looked at where exercise had impacted blood pressure, and they found 5 different sort of conditional groups. So there was aerobic exercise like cycling, walking and running. There was resistance training, such as just your traditional lifting of weights and gym work, and then the combination of those two, so aerobic and weights together. And then there was the high-intensity training group, the HIIT group that lots of people are familiar with now, and then these isometrics. Isometrics would be like doing planks. Planks would be a popular isometric exercise where you're bracing lots of muscle groups and you're requiring all your strength, but no limbs are moving. It's very much about keeping hold, and so planks were involved, but also these things called wall sits. So if you're listening, and you've got a wall nearby, why not try this while we're talking? But you literally put your back against the wall and slide down as if there was a chair there until your thighs are parallel with the floor. You'll have a nice 90-degree angle between your thigh and your shin. And you just sort of sit on an imaginary chair for as long as you possibly can. And in all those studies, it had a remarkable reduction in blood pressure. So 8 points for systolic and 4 points for diastolic. And that was quite significantly higher than all the other forms. Although I must say that all forms of exercise that I mentioned there had excellent improvements in reducing blood pressure in all the participants. So all exercise is good, but if high blood pressure is your thing, have a think about isometric wall squats or wall sits for making a difference.
Yeah, just hold on to it. Get fully back onto my feet here because, I'm fitter than I thought. One other thing, net walking. What's net walking?
Oh, net walking, that's something that I've been doing for a little while now. I've got a group called Netwalk NI, and that is like a business group whereby on the last Friday of every single month, I open an invitation to all business owners and people who are in the workplace to come and join me for a walk around Stormont, the grounds of Stormont. So we meet at the front gates at 10 a.m. and I've been running it on the last Friday of every month since last November. So this is event number 10 that's coming up this Friday, and it's just been absolutely superb. It's a completely different way to network. So we meet outside and we network and we just walk and talk, and I tell people you can talk about your work, talk about your life, talk about anything in between. It's the end of the month, so it's maybe a bit of an opportunity for people to sort of unwind and breathe a little bit and reflect on what the month's been like, and maybe think forward to what the next month's gonna have in store. So, but it's all about connecting human beings who have got common interests and also bringing people together who wouldn't normally ever talk to each other. You can walk with all different types of people that you can meet, and it's a nice safe environment for people to get to know each other and share ideas, and I know a lot of business has been generated from it too. So if anyone out there is not aware of net walking, it's the next way it's the new way to network, and you can come and have a look on LinkedIn for Netwalk NI and find me at Stormont the last Friday of every month. So that would be great, and everybody's welcome to come and join me for a walk someday.
Lovely stuff. And it's net walking, and you can network while you're net walking, a walking business meeting, and you'll find out more at Dr. Johnny Bloomfield or johnnybloomfield.com. Where do they find you on LinkedIn, just for that one?
So if you go to LinkedIn events, search for hashtag NetWalkNI or NetWalking, we'll probably get you there as well. So there's an event on, and
okay,
I'll put that event up every month, so everyone come and have a look at that.
Lovely stuff, Johnny. Thank you very much indeed, Dr. John.